Hey, what's up guys? This is Astranox. So let me give my thoughts about the Guilty Gear collaboration that's coming back. We got Soul Badguy on the left, and then there's Dizzy, and then there's that new hero, and then it's Aino, which is still, I mean, they're not saying like she's gonna be, a hero that we can obtain. So maybe we're gonna be fighting her. Maybe we have to wait for the next Guilty Gear collaboration in the third year. I don't even know. Baiken is the last. So I'll be giving my thoughts about these heroes real quick. So this new hero in Guilty Gear, and yeah, they're saying that there's a new visitor, right? New visitor. But the thing is, we don't know if that new hero we can actually summon her, or if we're gonna be grinding to like Soul Badguy to get her, right? So she's right there. There she is. So Elphelt Valentine. Don't know if I'm butchering her name, but yeah, Elphelt Valentine, 5-star Ranger, Fire Element. Well, Soul Badguy on his belt is written free. That's one thing I can tell you. And this hero, from the look of this hero, I doubt she's gonna be, like grindable, free. But could be wrong. I could be wrong. To be honest, like the way it is, it's like they do Dizzy first. Dizzy is a limited hero with her limited artifact, Necro and Undine. And then you have Baiken with Torn Sleeve. So Baiken is limited, of course. 101 summon, you get the hero guarantee. 605 Covenant Bookmarks, right? Now this new hero is fire. Soul Badguy is fire. She could be, grindable like Soul Badguy. So that would be good. If she's grindable, that means she's not gonna be like broken good, right? She's fire. Soul Badguy is fire. Could be a hero that will help you in Golem. Definitely, because Soul Badguy is like a top tier hero in Golem. Even now, Golem 13, he deals damage based on the target's max health on his passive 2 and on skill number 3. But my thoughts are that this hero, we'll have to summon for her, but it's gonna be rough, man. As free to play, it's definitely gonna be rough if you have 3 limited heroes. I mean, all heroes are limited. Soul Badguy is limited as well. This hero, if she's grindable, she's still limited because you can't get those heroes outside the Guilty Gear collaboration. So you're gonna have to wait until another year if it actually happens again. Maybe we cannot actually get these heroes again in the future. Maybe it's going to be another collaboration instead of Guilty Gear, or maybe we're going to have more than one collaboration in 1 year or something like that, right? So Soul Badguy on his belt, it's written free. Definitely a great hero. You should get 1 copy of Soul Badguy. In the game he's called Soul only, but his full name is Soul Badguy. Dizzy, as the first limited hero, I definitely would say that she is useful in way more areas than Baiken. You can set her in your defense, arena, and guild wars. You can use her in guild war offense. You can use her in arena offense as well, but more so in guild war offense. But definitely a great hero with the amount of debuff that she does apply, the extension by 1 turn of the debuffs, the fact that she can stun, her skill 1's an AoE, her skill 3 misses, so even if it does miss, it does apply the debuff. Assassin Cartuja, Moonlight Dreamblade, all sorts of evasion, Mirsa. It's great. Like, it's great that she can do that, and she can help you in Wyvern 13, all stages of Wyvern. But you can do Wyvern, all the stages, using free-to-play heroes. They will be advertised during this video. All my videos that I did, free-to-play guide with tips for Wyvern 13. I used a free-to-play 3-star team, 3-star heroes with all 3-star artifacts, or just and 1 4-star artifact, which was Syra Ren. So I'll be going and giving my quick thoughts about these heroes. So here we go. Alright, so I'm in game in the journal, under category, under collaboration on the bottom right. So Soul Badguy, Baiken, Dizzy. I don't have Baiken across my 3 accounts. My 3rd account is on the Europe server. So for players on the Europe server and on the Japan server, man, it's gonna be rough. If it's gonna be 3 summonable limited heroes and artifacts that of course you can't even pity, right? There is no pity for those artifacts. You might never get it. Necro and Undine that is paired with Dizzy. I use 1,665 Covenant Bookmarks and I still managed to not pull it. I wanted it for myself from Mercedes, so she uses skill 3 and then she can use skill 2 right away because she gets 25% combat readiness whenever she crits 4 targets in arena. She would get 20% combat readiness from the artifact. I mean, that's after limit breaking it and getting it plus 30, which I would be able to do with the Bottle of Knowledge and the Powder Shop. But anyways, didn't happen. This is on account number 1, and I was still doing like using Shuri to actually close the gap with the combat readiness and have her go right after. Anyway, okay, so Soul Badguy, right? The thing is, there's going to be an artifact with him as well that you're going to be able to grind, and that's really good. I definitely recommend that you get at least 1 copy of Soul and at least 1 copy of that artifact, because that artifact, you can use the debuff, the burn, to help you in Wyvern 13, and it's pretty sweet as well. Portrait of the Saviors, right? That's definitely going to be something that you want to get more than 1 copy. You should limit break it. Because from what I remember, Portrait of the Savior is actually from the Guilty Gear collaboration. Look at the image, right? We can see Soul Badguy. He's in the front. There's Baiken there. So definitely something you need for PvP if you want as much burst damage as possible. I use Portrait of the Saviors in PvP all the time. You know, like Surmia. I use it on my Cleaver, Bloodlead Karen, Judge Kisei. Like it's a great artifact, so you need that. And I would say you need 2 fully limit broken, because if you use double damage dealers in PvP, it's great to have 2 fully limit broken Portrait of the Saviors. I would say that you can still use like Tonfa, right? It's just going to be 16% damage instead of 20% damage. You will have a bit more flat attack on the Tonfa, but still Portrait of the Saviors is definitely great. You need to get multiple copies of that. So 2 fully limit broken ones is what I do recommend, right? Okay, so real quick about those artifacts that are limited, right? So we have the first one, which is Necro and Undine, which is going to be paired with Dizzy. Like I said, combat readiness 20% after an AoE attack. This effect is not activated by counter, dual attack, or extra attack. To be honest, you can live without this artifact, no problem. You can live without this thing. You don't need Necro and Undine. Letting you guys know, you absolutely don't need this thing, especially if you're free to play. Don't try to pull for it. I've used 1,665 Covenant Bookmarks, couldn't get it on account number 1 on global. Don't do the same mistake. Don't waste your bookmarks like that. Okay. Next one, you can use this artifact Torn Sleeve in Wyvern 13, like on Alexa, on a Thief. To be honest, like I prefer Daydream Joker. Maybe the run success rate is not gonna be as high, but the runs are gonna be faster and it's gonna make up for it. Daydream Joker by far top tier when it comes to dealing with the boss that have high amount of health with defense break and a bunch of critical hit damage. Of course, you need 85% crit chance on Ice Hero when you are at elemental advantage. And as much speed as possible so you can go as often as possible. But this artifact can help you with landing debuffs. Not something you do need, guys. Not something you do need. If you're gonna be running a team like Alexa, Karen, like I mean, Daydream Joker is gonna be doing a ton of damage. But if you need the debuff that badly, still I don't recommend going for that. Just use a hero that land a bunch of debuffs. If you're struggling in there, man, summon for Dizzy, pity her if you have to. You're gonna have the debuffs, right? She if that's your concern, but you don't need her. You just don't need her. Okay, last one is that artifact that you can use on Warriors, Junkyard Dog, and that one you can grind for. And I do recommend that you do get it because you can put that on Taranor Guard, 3-star warrior. Very free to play friendly, but if you don't have it, you can use Daydream Joker to deal more damage, less chance to apply a debuff, but still get this thing if you can. I would get 1 copy of that and 1 of Soul minimum. Portrait of the Savior, I mean at least 1, but I recommend that you get multiple to plus 30. I would say 2 to plus 30 would be the best. I use it on my on LENA for you know, speed clearing adventure, and on unrecorded history as well for having a bit more damage. It's great to one-shot everything. So you can swap the artifact around. It's just a 4-star artifact, so it's not going to cost you much gold when you're swapping. Another big plus right there, guys. Let me talk about these heroes real quick. So Soul, right? Soul bad guy. Damage based on the target's max health, great. On skill 2 and 3, you can put Daydream Joker on him to even push the damage further. I'm not going to review this hero, which I'm pretty sure I already did in the past, but he's definitely like a must-get hero. If you're going to be farming like Golem 13, he's going to be helping you a lot, or just any stage of Golem. You shouldn't spend too much time farming Golem. You should farm Wyvern and try to farm Wyvern 13. That should be your goal. Speed is too important in this game to not farm, guys. So Soul bad guy, yeah, must get. He can help you a lot in the Abyss as well throughout the game. Soul and Dizzy together, they give a lot of camping morale when it comes to raiding as well, but you might not have a defense breaker. Just letting you guys know, guys. Okay, so let me just talk about Dizzy real quick, because she's gonna be the first limited hero. If it's the same order, it should be like Dizzy, Baiken, and then if we can summon for Elphelt Valentine, then she's gonna be last. I think she's gonna be last. Why? Well, of course, they want you to spend your Covenant Bookmarks. If they have her skill, if they talk about her skills, we know her skills, we know her multipliers, her stats, if we know her star sign, her zodiac, then we'll be able to, I mean, yeah, I'll give my thoughts about the hero. I will be, you know, talking in depth about the hero. If she's a limited summon, then of course I will let you guys know if you should get that hero, and it should be unveiled real soon. So that's good. And if she is limited with a limited artifact summonable, of course, then that's definitely gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough, and I think she's gonna be last, or maybe she might be first to tempt you to get her before, and then you spend your bookmarks. You can get Dizzy and Baiken, and then they can convert free-to-play players into paying customers. So that could be a good strategy. By the look of the hero, of course, I feel like she's gonna be summonable. But anyways, Dizzy is definitely very, very powerful. I would say she's way more useful than Baiken. Way more useful, because Wyvern is definitely the place that you want to farm the most. She can be used in PvE a ton. In the Abyss, she simplifies the floors a lot. She can be used in raiding as well. So that is huge. That is huge. And her debuffs, she cripples the enemy team heavily. The decreased speed debuff, the boss is immune to in Wyvern 13, but the attack break cuts the attack in half is super invaluable. The decreased hit chance, great. I mean, like 50% chance of them missing, dealing 70% normal damage, cannot land a critical hit, cannot land any debuff is huge. When I did review Dizzy way back then, I was like, her kit is like, yeah, it's like a powerhouse. She's insane. Too much is part of her kit. She was very overpowered for a long time, but now the problem is there's a lot of answers for Dizzy. There's a lot of answers. I mean, Lilius, all the like debuff removal, Desert Jewel Bazaar. If you can cleanse those debuffs, and you can apply immunity, then of course her extension of debuff will not come in to help. The fact that she reduced combat runes by 50% will not help against like debuff like a Desert Jewel Bazaar or any hero like a fast Destina, you know, with high effect resistance. So like a Kates, there's a lot of heroes that can deal with Dizzy now. So she's not as meta as she was before. She's not meta anymore, but you can still use her, and she's great. So she is, to be honest, like, she's not a must get. Like, you can do just fine without her. But if you're in World Arena, if you do any sort of real-time arena RTA, then you should get Dizzy, because every server will be able to use her after the Guilty Gear collaboration. Maybe as soon as her banner happens, you can use her in World Arena. If you're into that, well, you need to get her, because she enables a lot of different team compositions, right? But if you're not into that, you don't really care about PvP, don't worry too much about Guild War and all that. You kind of in a farm guild just to get some Mystic Medals here and there and do World Boss, right? Then you don't need Dizzy. You don't need Dizzy, but you can get her for with 121 pulls, 605 Covenant Bookmarks if you're not lucky, So I would say if you do have the bookmarks, she's probably going to be the first to summon, right? Again, I would get her. I would get her. Maybe you get lucky, but at least you have her. That's it. You have her. I would say her kit is crazy on Abyssal Crown. She can stun with, you know, all skills. She can, skill 1, she can stun, right? Abyssal Crown, yeah, she can stun with all the skills. When she has that, it's a second chance to stun. She can use Syra Ren. She can use the artifact that lowers cooldown by 1 turn. I forgot the name, but yeah, very, very strong hero. Definitely top priority in terms of who to get, unless Elphelt Valentine is completely crazy, which I think if she's summonable and yeah, if she's summonable, she's gonna be really powerful. Her artifact might really be powerful as well, and she might end up being a must get, because I feel like she's gonna be a new hero. We don't know her skills. She's probably gonna be countering something in the meta, and that would be very, very strong, and of course a must get. And if she happens to be the last one to summon, then you might be drained. You might already be drained of your bookmarks from all the previous heroes, so that's definitely an issue. And then like you might be tempted to pull, of course, for Dizzy more so than Baiken. Baiken, like she's able to one-shot Banshee 11. I don't know about the one-shotting other stages after that. 12 definitely one-shottable, I think, but 13 I don't know about that. But Baiken does a lot of burst. She's got a combat unit push here. If you can land your bleed, this has ignore effect resistance for 1 bleed. Yeah, you get an extra turn on a crit. You need crit on her. You need a ton of attack because bleed scales with your attack. But if you land bleed or bleeds and you detonate, she will one-shot so many different heroes. But she's Earth. She can be at elemental disadvantage versus fire. So I mean, there's quite a few things to worry about. And to be honest, like a hero that relies heavily on debuffs to deal the most damage, then that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. But nonetheless, she's very, very strong. And maybe you want to get her. Maybe you already have Dizzy. Maybe you didn't have Baiken before, like me. So I will be pulling for Baiken, right? So I can showcase her in the future. But 113 speed, she boosts combat suitiness. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. Plus, she can take out someone. In Guild War offense, she's huge. I'm sure you can use her in World Arena, in Arena offense as well. But when you have to, I mean, if you're going to be building her fast, you're not going to be able to one-shot probably because immunity is set, right? So you're not going to be able to land the bleed to actually do the most damage. So yeah, these are my thoughts. I'll be covering this more in depth. I mean, when Elphelt Valentine gets released, we'll see like if there's an artifact, if she's free or not. But yeah, Soul Badguy on his belt is written free. We'll see what happens. I'm excited about it. I'm excited that Guilty Gear collaboration is happening again. From what I read, it's actually gonna be 1 week shorter than what it was before, right? So if this thing is like only the event is only gonna be 3 weeks long, so I feel like I think they might have made the farming easier, because the farming before was insane. Like you need so much energy to get everything you want. So that's a problem, like how much energy you did need. So if there's Elphelt Valentine, you need to grind for her as well, and she's a must get, then it's gonna be quite rough, even if especially if you're gonna triple S, yeah, Soul Badguy. So I think like if it's only like an event of 3 weeks, like how do we even have time for new players like on Europe and on Japan server? Like how do you even get Soul Badguy triple S and Elphelt Valentine triple S on top of the artifacts, especially if you want multiple copies? How do you even manage to do that? Well, we'll find out, but I think Elphelt Valentine is going to be summonable, and yeah, it's going to be quite a ride for players trying to get everything. But to be honest, like Dizzy is priority number 1 for summoning. Don't worry about the artifacts, to be honest. Elphelt Valentine, we'll have to see if she comes before Dizzy. Maybe she's meta changing. By the look of this hero, since she's gonna be new, we don't know her skills. She's probably gonna be countering some stuff in the meta if she's summonable, because they want you to, you know, use your bookmarks if you save them, or you know, become a paying customer. So that's how it works. It's a company, they try to make money. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Astranox. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. Press the bell icon for getting notified whenever I release a new video, and check out my other videos. They should be showing up on the screen now. Got playlists of all sorts for PvE and PvP, Arena, Guild Wars, guides, tips, and how-tos, and the best 462 plus, as well as best other guides for my early to mid-game players. Join my Discord server, over 1,000 members, if you want to get helped or help the community. Link is in the description, guys. Stay safe out there. COVID-19 is no joke. I'm Astranox. Good luck with all you do. Peace out for now.